Welcome back to all. Today we will continue our chapter number microorganism friend or foe. In our last video we discussed about the friendly nature of the microorganisms. Means what's the advantages of the microorganism in our daily life. So today our concept is the foe, means enemy. Why they are being harmful for us. So today our concept is the harmful effect of the microorganisms. So those microorganisms who will cause disease in our body, those microorganisms is known as pathogens. Means disease causing microorganisms is known as pathogens. There are two types of microorganisms are here who will not cause any disease. They are not come under the pathogen category. Those microorganisms are under only pathogens who will create some disease in our body. So on the base of the harmful effect of the microorganisms, these pathogens we will be study here about the pathogens. So on the basis of the spread of disease which is caused by the microorganisms, this is be classified into two main parts. Number one is the communicable disease and number second is the non-communicable disease. And how what's the meaning of communicable here and what do you mean by the non-communicable disease here? Because if we want to be understand about the concept of harmful effect of the microorganisms, it is very necessary to be discussed about the two type of the disease on the base of the spread. Either it is spread from one person to another person and it is not spread from one person to another person. So first of all we will discuss about the difference between communicable disease or non-communicable disease. Communicable disease and non-communicable disease. Communicable disease and non-communicable disease. So those disease, in which disease this is not spread. This is spread from one person to another person. This is spread from one person to another person. Okay, and in which disease those diseases come which is not spread from one person to another person. Okay, so after this, how this disease spread? Our next topic is that how this disease spread. This spread by the help of contaminated who will be polluted, who one is not able to be drink water and that food is not able to be eat also. So those food or those water come under the contaminated food, water and air. Okay, so this is the reason this disease spread from one person to another person. So in this case no spread of disease. So no agent will be there. Okay. Now we discuss about the example of both. Example of the communicable disease is common cold, cough, and the example of the non-communicable disease is like asthma, diabetes, heart attack. So that type of disease is not spread from one person to another person either by the contact with the unhealthy person also. So that disease which is be passed from one person to another person, that disease come under the communicable diseases. So here we discuss now about how this communicable disease be effect from one person to another person, how it spread from one person to another person. For example, I just give a very simple example here. If we sit in our family also, if one person is suffered from common cold and this common cold be spread from one person to another person by the fine droplet of the unhealthy person to healthy person. So this disease example of the communicable disease because this disease is spread from one unhealthy person to healthy person. So this disease also come under the communicable disease. So this how this disease is be transfer from one person to another person. Here we discuss about the agent of this disease, transfer of this disease. So agent of transfer, agents of transfer, communicable disease, communicable disease. There are three main agents which will help to be spread this disease from one person to another person. First one is through food. Okay. Second one is through water. And third one is through insects or animals. So these are the three main agents which spread disease from one person to another person. So one by one we discuss about all these three. Through food means that food is not be good for eat. So this is be contaminated. Means this is contaminated food means this is be caused by the microorganisms. Microorganisms affect this food and it is not be able to be eat. So these disease which is be transferred through the food, contaminated food borne to our body. That are the like tuberculosis. Tuberculosis also come in this case. Tuberculosis is also known as TB, typhoid. Okay. Cholera is example of the disease which is be transferred through a water. Okay. If we drink contaminated water, polluted water, then which disease suffer in our body? That disease, cholera disease occur in our body. Now after this, through insect or animals like rabies. You also all one hear the name of rabies disease. Na? This disease is be caused by the dog bite. When dog bite in our body, na, that which disease caused in our body? Rabies. Now second one we will discuss about the malaria. Malaria is also caused by the insect. Which insect here? Mosquito. And which mosquito here? Female Anopheles. Female Anopheles mosquito cause malaria. Now third one also here we discuss about the house flies. House flies play a very important role to spread these diseases from one person to another person. Like this house fly sit in any uncontaminated food or anything like human excreta, and after sitting this on food and after this sit on our uncovered food. So always should be covered your food if you want to be save our food from the viral effect of microorganisms, because microorganisms spread the disease from one person to another person in a very easy manner. So if we want to be protect our body by the effect of microorganisms, so at that time for this thing prevention is very necessary. If we prevent our body from the spread of these diseases now from one person to another person, then we also be a healthy. Okay, so this is very important to be cover our food, protect it from the damage from the microorganisms. After this we have a concept of which disease is the bacterial disease, which disease is come under the fungal, viral. So here we discuss about all the type of disease. First you all know how many type of microorganisms we are discussed in our last video. There are 5 main types of microorganisms, and in this 5 main, algae not cause any disease. So algae only come under the category of microorganisms and they have a capability to make their own food. Now human come in category of disease spreading bacteria, virus and fungus. So these 3 are mainly cause disease, and 4th one is your protozoa. So one by one we discuss about the which disease is bacterial disease, viral disease, fungal disease and the protozoa. And in bacterial disease who one come? That disease which is spread from contaminated food or water. Cholera, TB, tuberculosis and typhoid, those are all the bacterial disease. Now viral disease is common cold, swine flu, polio. Those diseases are come under the viral diseases. Fungal disease and skin disease. Any disease like patches in our skin, any itching in our skin because of the fungal disease. And after this protozoa disease, what come here? Malaria. Malaria, this mosquito disease is, mosquito means any carrier here to the spread of the disease is become under the protozoa disease. So mostly those organisms who will cause diseases in our body, they are of four main types here. Bacterial disease also in our body, viral also cause in our body, and fungal protozoa also cause many diseases in our body. Bacterial diseases are the cholera, TB, typhoid here. Viral disease, common cold, swine flu, polio. Fungal disease, skin diseases come under the fungal disease, and polio and this protozoa, malaria come under the protozoa disease. And after this we discussed about our next concept, that is your food poisoning. Food poisoning. What do you mean by the food poisoning? Is due to the constitution, due to the effect of microorganisms on food, and it make it unhealthy to eat. So it means ऐसा फूड जो क्या है कि वो इफेक्ट कर दिया, किसने इफेक्ट कर दिया? माइक्रोऑर्गेनिजम्स ने. कैसे इफेक्ट हुआ? इफ वी आर नॉट कवर्ड आवर फूड and any other reasons also, through air also, through water also, which we use to make this food. So if this food is be contaminated, means if this food is not be good for it, and this cause it is make it unhealthy, so it means not be good for our body, and it create many diseases. Like if we eat that food, now vomiting occur, and our body many microorganisms effect occur. So this is not good for our body. This cause many diseases and even death also if we eat that food which is be contaminated by the microorganisms. So this food poisoning is very harmful for our body. If this food poisoning occur in our body, so all the body parts will not able to do work in a proper manner. After this, how we preserve our food? Food preservation is very necessary. Like in our first chapter we discussed about the preservation should be necessary in case of grains also, na. So like in our body or in our home also, there are many things we use in our daily life. So the proper preservation of that things is very necessary. So first one, how we preserve our food. First we discussed about all the methods by which we preserve our food. First one is the chemical method. Second one is the by adding salt. Third one is by adding sugar. Fourth one is here by boiling. Fifth one is here by adding vinegar and oil. By adding vinegar and oil. Sixth one is here by freezing. Seventh one is here storage in airtight boxes. And eighth one is here pasteurization. These all are the 8 method of preservation, how we preserve our food by the action of microorganisms. One by one we discuss about all this method of preservation here, food preservation here. First one is a chemical method by the help of chemicals like sodium benzoate and sodium metasulfide. So these are the two chemicals used to be prevention of. It prevent. What's the function of this two chemicals we use in our food preservation? It prevents the attack of microorganism in case of which prevention is done by this microorganisms, done by these chemicals by attack of microorganisms on jam and squashes. So jam and squashes preservation, and it will prevent the attack of microorganisms on jam and squashes. This is the very important chemical sodium benzoate and sodium metasulfide. It will be helpful for the preservation of the jam species for a long time. And after this we discuss about the by adding salt. Salt adding is also very important because salt is a very simple part which help to be prevent our food by the action of microorganisms. Like in case of pickle also, raw mangoes also be preserved when we spread salt on it. Third one, amla also be preserved by the action of microorganism when we added salt on it. Okay, spread salt in it. And fourth one is your tamarind. Tamarind is imli also be preserved by the action of microorganisms when we add salt in it. Now after this we discuss about the by adding sugar. Sugar also play a very important role, but by this when we add sugar in any food item na, it decrease moisture less in this case. When we add sugar, it decrease the amount of the moisture in anything. When the moisture, because the most of the reason moisture is the reason of the spoil of any food. When we adding sugar na, it prevent our food by the moisture. So by adding sugar is used in case of any sauce made by us, dishes made by us, and the jams made by us. So by adding sugar, by adding salt, we preserve our food by the action of microorganisms. Now next one is boiling. You all see at home now when our mother kept milk for a long kept milk into a freezer. First it will be boiled by the mothers. Why boiling is necessary? Because boil is very necessary to be kill the germs present, kill the microorganisms present in a raw milk. So by the help of boiling, this microorganisms is killed. So this killing of the microorganism by the action of the boiling is also play a very important in case of good food preservation. And after this we discuss about our next one, that is by adding vinegar and oil. And you all see in our when we take any pickle from the market, always we adding the vinegar. And the oil also play a very important role. If we see any pickle na, it contain a high amount of oil. What's the role of the oil and vinegar for food preservation here? This oil and vinegar had to be pickle preservation for a long time. For if we want to be preserve our pickle for a long time, then adding of the vinegar and the oil should be here. So by the adding of vinegar and oil, we preserve our food by the action of the microorganisms. Now next one, by freezing. Like if you see anything like vegetable we kept in any area, means in kitchen also, if we kept for some long time like 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 day, then we see our fresh vegetables are not now fresh, it will be spoiled by the attack of microorganisms. So freezing help to be make it freshy. So freezing is very necessary. So if we want to be fresh our vegetables, fruits, and we save it by the action of microorganisms. So freezing is also play a very important role to be save our food by the attack of microorganisms. Now storage in airtight box. Like if we see if we kept our namkeen biscuits in only in a open area, and here is no any type of airtight boxes used to be kept this namkeen and this biscuits. So what happened for this namkeen and biscuits? So after some time we see this namkeen and biscuit is spoiled by the air. So means it is be spoiled, destroyed by the action of the air, and it is not be able to be eat then. So how we preserve that namkeen biscuits from the action of the microorganism, from the action of the air? Because air contain microorganisms na, so air is not be present on that box which we preserved our namkeen and biscuits. And other things also, not other only namkeen biscuit here. So this namkeen biscuits are be stored in a airtight box, because this airtight box is not be the box where the air pass. So by storage of the things in airtight box, like dry fruit also store in airtight box by preventing it with the action of microorganisms. Now 8th one, this is very important process for long preservation of milk. Milk preservation method is there. If we see by a milk na, like this milk have a 6 month expiry. How this milk makes keep this having a 6 month expiry? Because if we store our food, our milk at home na for 6 month normal milk, this is not able to be stored for a 6 month na. And how this milk made and for we store 6 month expiry date here. This milk pasteurization process in which 70 degrees Celsius first boiling, first rapid boiling is be there and then rapid cooling is be there. Now 70 degrees Celsius temperature boiling occur here, and after boiling rapid cooling, and up to which how many seconds this cooling is be occur here? 15 to 30 seconds. In 15 to 30 seconds rapid cooling here and 70 degrees Celsius temperature here the boiling of this milk occur, and after this it is be preserved in a milk preservation in a long time. So milk preservation, this is the very important milk preservation method. Pasteurization process is very important. The scientist who discovered this pasteurization process is known as his name as Louis Pasteur. So the name is Louis Pasteur. So this process named after Louis Pasteur. Pasteurization. Pasteurization process is very important process to be preserve our milk for a long time. So here the 70 degrees Celsius boiling occur, and after 70 degrees Celsius boiling, this be rapid cooling 15 to 30 seconds, and after this it is be preserved in a airtight boxes. So this pasteurization process is very important, and here we discussed all the food preservative method and how we preserve our food for a long time. This is very important, and in your chips packets also you see na, and which gas is be present in our chips packet, how it be prevented by the action of microorganisms, which gas present here in the any packet, like it's Lay's packet, namkeen packet, biscuit packet, which we prevent it by the action of microorganisms when it is be closed. The nitrogen gas present inside the any chips packet, anything like namkeen packets, which prevent our thing by the action of microorganisms. So this nitrogen gas also play a very important role, and now we discuss about the nitrogen fixation here and how this nitrogen fixed in our atmosphere, and in our how we get this nitrogen from the atmosphere. So this nitrogen fixation where we discussed, and this nitrogen fixation is occurred by the help of which cycle here? Nitrogen cycle. So here we discussed about the nitrogen cycle. In our atmosphere, how many amount of the nitrogen present? 78% nitrogen present in our atmosphere. But this nitrogen, 78% nitrogen is 78% of the nitrogen present in our atmosphere. But we have no capacity to take this nitrogen direct. So plant have no capacity to take direct nitrogen from the atmosphere, and animals also not have a capacity to take nitrogen direct from the atmosphere. And this is the who and one have a capacity to take direct nitrogen from the atmosphere. This is the rhizobia bacteria. You are learned this rhizobia bacteria in your 6th class also and 7th class also. It is play a symbiosis relation in case of plant. Symbiosis means it give a plant nitrogen to the plant and it take from the plant nutrient. So this rhizobia bacteria play a very important role to be fixation of nitrogen on the earth. So this rhizobia bacteria is very important for the plant because in which plant it is present in the root due to this plant is known as leguminous plant. Means those plants which have a more amount of the proteins present, like pulses, beans. Those plants, pulses, beans, pea, all one come under the leguminous plant, because on that plant, leguminous plant, on the root due which bacteria is present, rhizobia bacteria. Like this is the root, and here on like circle form, this root nodules are present. Root means spores present in a root. So here this rhizobia bacteria present. So rhizobia bacteria present here, and it give a nitrogen to the roots of the plant, and from this plant root it take a food and nutrients. So it play a symbiosis relationship with the plant. So rhizobia bacteria is very necessary. It is present in leguminous plant, and those plants which contain a high amount of protein. So these proteins are made in plant with the help of rhizobia bacteria. If this rhizobia bacteria is not present, it is not possible to make protein. If this protein is not able to make, because proteins are the building block of our life body. So building block of the body means it has to make cell. If cell is not made, it is not able to make our body also. So if we want to make protein from the plant, rhizobia bacteria play a very important role. So here this the role of the rhizome bacteria is very necessary to be understood. Now we discuss about the cycle, how this nitrogen is be consumed by the consumed on the earth and how it goes back to the atmosphere. So any cycle is we start from the nitrogen in atmosphere. We starting from this point also and ending on this point also. Only here arrow we starting from this point where because we take this like arrow is there na, we take nitrogen from the atmosphere, and who will take nitrogen from the atmosphere? Bacteria. Which bacteria? Rhizobacterium bacteria. Rhizobacterium bacteria takes nitrogen from the atmosphere. Okay, and how what to do done by the rhizobacterium after taking nitrogen from the atmosphere? Nitrogen fix into the soil by rhizobacterium bacteria. Okay, and after this it be fixed in soil by the help of this rhizobacterium bacteria. After this fixing this nitrogen into the soil by the rhizobacterium bacteria, it make nitrogen compound into a soil. Rhizobacterium compound into a soil made by this rhizobacterium bacteria. And after making this rhizobacterium compound into a soil, it goes back, and now it goes bacteria give back this nitrogen to the atmosphere. So this is all about a nitrogen cycle, and here this compounds also made by the help of plant and animal. Plant waste also contain nitrogen and animal waste also contain nitrogen. So animal waste because we eat protein, and plant also take protein by the help of rhizobacterium bacteria. When this decomposition occur, the decomposition of the plant waste and animal waste occur, decomposition of the plant waste and animal waste, it change into a nitrogen compound. So this nitrogen compound made by the help of decomposition of plant and animal also, and with the help of direct rhizobacterium bacteria also, because this rhizobacterium bacteria first make the nitrogen compound into a soil, and after this it do bacteria turn back this nitrogen in a gaseous form into atmosphere. Okay. And from there it goes to the atmosphere back. So this is all be done by the help of rhizobacterium bacteria. First this nitrogen bacteria take nitrogen from the atmosphere, then it fix this nitrogen to the atmosphere, and after fixing this be compound into the soil, and after nitrogen compound into the soil, and this bacteria turn this nitrogen gas back to the back in a gaseous form into the atmosphere, and then this goes back to the atmosphere. So any cycle starting from this point, this nitrogen taking, and it now going to the return of this nitrogen into the atmosphere. So this is very important cycle because this nitrogen is not present, our main food component is not be recycled in our atmosphere, and it is not be able to make. Nitrogen is very necessary, nitrogen is very important part to be make protein. So if we want to be make protein, the proper maintenance of the nitrogen cycle is very necessary. If nitrogen is be present in our atmosphere, then it is be taken direct by the help of only rhizobacterium bacteria. We have no capability to take nitrogen direct from the atmosphere, and who will take this nitrogen from the atmosphere? This is rhizobacterium bacteria. This rhizobacterium bacteria play a very important role because it had to first it take nitrogen from the atmosphere, then it fix nitrogen into the soil, and after fixing this nitrogen into the soil, it make nitrogen compound, and after making nitrogen compound, this bacteria present rhizobacterium bacteria turn back this nitrogen in extra amount which is present in the earth, this gone back to the atmosphere. And other than this process of making nitrogen compound also be done with the help of nitrogen plant waste and animal waste. When this plant waste and animal waste decomposition occur, this we give a compound in the form of ammonia. Ammonia also play a very important role because this is made by the help of plant and animal decomposition. It acts as a manure and it gives a nitrogen compound to our soil. So when this nitrogen we go to the soil, with the help of what we do, it goes to the stem or leaves part of the plant. So when leaf get the nitrogen from the atmosphere, then leaf able to be do photosynthesis process. But this nitrogen is not the end product of the photosynthesis process. It add with carbohydrate and it make main component of our food, that is protein. So nitrogen cycle is very important in this chapter number 2. First we discuss about the what's the meaning of microorganisms. Those organisms which we are not able to see with our naked eyes, those organisms come under the microorganisms. And which instrument is be able to be seen this microorganism? This instrument is known as microscope. And after this we discuss about the five main types of the microorganism in our surrounding: bacteria, fungi, viral, protozoa, and algae. So algae have a capability to make their own food in the presence of, because of the presence of chlorophyll. So algae, other than the plant, have only a capability to make their own food. Other food organisms have a good effect of also, have advantages also in our life, have a disadvantages also in our life. Like every coin have a two sides now, like microorganisms also have a harmful effect for our body also, and beneficial effect in our body also. So here first we discuss about the beneficial effect of the microorganism in our life, like help in making curd also, help in the fermentation of making alcohol also, in medicines also, making vaccines also, antibodies also made with the help of microorganisms, increase soil fertility also with the help of microorganisms, cleaning the environment by the decomposition of plant and animal waste. If microorganisms also not present, it is not be able to decompose the dead bodies also. So dead bodies also be decomposed by the action of microorganisms. If dead body is not able to be decomposed, it is not good for our environment, because most of the microorganisms present in any dead body which cause other body also. So these microorganisms have a very beneficial effect in our life. And other than this beneficial impact we will discuss today. We discuss today about the harmful effect of the microorganisms in our life, because this microorganism who are cause disease, this is known as pathogens. And pathogens are of four main types here: bacteria, who cause disease, bacterial disease, also viral disease, fungal disease, protozoa disease. And one by one we discuss about all the disease which is caused by the microorganisms. And after this in this video we discussed about two types of disease on the basis of the spread of. If disease is spread from one person to another person, that is come under the communicable. If it is not able to spread, that is known be a non-communicable disease. So two type of diseases are here. Now the two type of the disease which is caused by the microorganisms. And after this we discussed about the mean of food poisoning, means that food is not be good for our body, that is healthy, because by the action of the microorganism it make unhealthy for eat. And if we eat this food, it is be act as a poison for our body. And even if we eat that food, it is be vomiting occur in our body, and our body is not able to do work, and even that also by the action of this food poisoning in our body. And after this we discuss about, like in case first chapter we discuss about the grain storage also be done by preservation of the grain is very necessary in our amount, like preservation of the food which is present in our home also being good preservation is very necessary. And how we preserve our food at home? By the help of chemical methods, and then we by adding salt, by adding sugar, by storage in an airtight box, then by adding vinegar also, oil also, boiling also, cooling also, pasteurization process here we discussed. And after this all food preservation method we discussed about the how we fix nitrogen into a soil, and what's the importance of nitrogen present in our life. And this nitrogen we are very important because it is the main constituent of the protein, and protein is the main building block of our body, because if protein is not present, it is not able to make cell. If cell is not able to make, tissue is also not able to make, tissue not make, then organ is not able to make, organ is not able to make, organ system is not able to make. If organ systems are not able to make, then organisms are also not able to make. So for making organism, for making our body, protein is very necessary. So who will have to be make protein for our body? That is only the rhizobacteria, because we have no capability to take protein in direct from the atmosphere. So that this is all about your chapter number 2, that is microorganisms, friend and foe. So here we discussed about the friendly nature of the microorganisms also in our life.